when we first signed on Tuesday, I just went, I didn't even want to spend a lot of time on COVID and vaccination and all the shitheads in our country who won't get vaccinations. They're like, I don't want, you guys worship Dr. Fauci. Meanwhile, they go to the doctor and they'll take horse dewormer from a doctor. Like I heard Joe Rogan was saying, he says, what do you busting my balls?
I've got COVID,
He goes,
I'm
I
taking
took
a horse dewormer,
and a doctor gave it to me. Well, a doctor would also give you a vaccine. So why take horse dewormer? I don't know. So I was just saying, like, all the people who are anti-vaccination or or want their freedom. So I got on the air, and I even said to you, I won't dwell on this. I was like, what the fuck? Make it all mandatory. Can you imagine in this country if, like, when polio was out, if we had these idiots who would not take the polio vaccine in our country, everyone took the polio vaccine.
Everybody be on crutches or in an iron lung, yeah.
Yeah, and it was like, it was a no-brainer. They had a cure. This guy came up with a cure for polio, and everybody just took it because you didn't want your kids getting it. You didn't want to get it.
And you didn't want to give it to anybody.
Yeah. And I don't know. I don't know what's going on. All of a sudden, it's like we don't want to take this vaccine. It was always mandatory. When I went to school, measles, mumps, you name it, polio, you had to have a slew.
We took whatever vaccines they had.
Yeah, because believe it or not, people used to die in mass from all this shit.
Or get some horrible lifelong condition.
Yeah, like you had to walk with a big shoe if you got polio, if you managed to survive it. And it was like a really cool thing that they got rid of it, and we could live longer without medical problems. But you notice in every single case when all this anti-science shit goes right out the window when people end up in the emergency room and they can't breathe, and then they go, I should have taken the vaccine. To every one of them. There's never been one that said, I'm so glad I refuse. Yeah, I'm so happy that I can't breathe. This is a wonderful way to die. It was worth it because I didn't take the vaccine.
That's right. I proved you all wrong.
But anyway, I woke up much to my shock that there was a bunch of people congratulating me, and then a lot of people in the media, like the Fox News types and even like Alex Jones, they were all attacking me personally. I'm Hollywood. I'm sitting in my house, but I'm Hollywood. I worship Dr. Fauci. They were like attacking me, but there were other people praising me. And all I said was, everyone should get the vaccine. It should be mandatory. And this brought down a slew of like publicity, like I haven't seen ever. Like it was mind blowing.
Like an outrageous stand?
I mean, I was trying to figure it out. I said, why am I getting so much press for saying this? Is this really so wild? All I'm doing is speaking common sense. We have a cure for this dreaded COVID, and we're not taking it. Take it. Make people take it the same way we take polio vaccines and every other vaccine. We have it so good in this country, people forgot about disease. They forgot that there's cures and that it always wasn't like this. You don't get to live to 80 years old automatically. It's done with science. The reason we live longer, here it is. I'm going to blow your mind. I'm sure. I'll be prepared for the slew of press I'm going to get. The reason we live longer is because of science. That's it.
I was thinking about it when all these people like, we want our freedom from medicine. Medicine was the answer to your freedom from medicine. There was no medicine, and everybody was crippled. They died at 40. They had some horrible disease. Childbirth deaths and infant deaths were off the charts. That's why people had 15 kids. They didn't know how many would live.
Yeah.
Medicine was the savior. You wanted medicine.
I think the reason my comments were played so much is that no one can get through to these morons in our country. And I think people were hoping that they would listen to me.
Or that they just wanted to say it, but they didn't want to say it in their own voice. Like,
Right.
only the people who were listening to you could hear you. But let me use that because this is what I'd like to say.
I think, but no one's willing to say, like a lot of people want to just, gee, for my career, I want to make sure that everyone likes me, even the unvaccinated.
That's right. Yeah.
You know, we've done research and a lot
The
of unvaccinated. Yeah. I want to make sure my career is I'm just the person who, I want to be like Al Roker. Everyone likes me. I mean, hey, we need to bring shame back. People are way too proud in this country of their stupidity.
Shame. Trump
is a moron. They identified with him because every moronic thing he said was
sounded like
treated,
something they would say.
Yes. And then they got empowered and they started to feel good about being a moron and acting without.
I love that they ran around saying, he talks just like me.
Yeah. And that's nothing to be proud of if he talks like you. He says what I'm thinking. No.
Well, your thoughts haven't really done much for the world.
So, I don't know. People are just so proud of their stupidity, but it's weird. Like these comments I made were not that profound. It was,
and
hey.
you've said it over and over again. Why that day?
I don't know. Maybe because we were off for a couple of months.
Maybe.
But it's
and nobody's
sad
been
that
talking since we left. Maybe that's the problem.
Well, I think it's just sad that like all I said was, dudes, we have no time for these people. We have no time for their stupidity. Just no time. Just no time. We're running out of time. We can't listen to them anymore about the environment. We can't listen to them about abortion. It's time to say enough. Enough with what they're doing with the voting rights. I mean, it's enough. They're idiots. Why are they taking over? Why are they consuming our country with negativity?
And why do they have so much time to protest all these stupid things?
President Biden saying, listen, we've had enough of you. We're going to make taking the vaccination mandatory. Oh, my God. It's like if I had said, hey, wear your sunscreen, and it made national news. Howard Stern today said, wear your sunscreen. Can you believe this guy? He's forcing us to wear our sunscreen. I mean,
fasten our seatbelts. What are you talking about? Stop at red lights. How dare you?
I mean, kids get measles, mumps, rubella, polio vaccines. I just got I had the pneumonia vaccine. I had the shingles vaccine. Of course, I live in a time where I've got great scientists who have developed vaccines that keep me from getting this stuff. We have all kinds of vaccines, hepatitis now, HPV.
Well, some people don't want that because that's encouraged.